Hello, YouTube. Hope everyone's having an excellent day. Shoot, let me turn the slide off. Which one is it? It's this one, I think. Nope, wrong one. There we go. All right. Don't know if I like that lighting. Let's try this, shall we? Hey, everyone. It's story time today, talking about Chanel Coromandel, the Eau de Parfum. And this story that I'm going to be telling about this fragrance actually comes from the Eau de Toilette version, which I think, in my humble opinion, is superior. I feel like the Eau de Toilette version has more of that white chocolate, that butteriness, and aldehydes in it. I feel like it does. It really vibrates off the skin. It's really, it's very vibrant. It is more it projects better. Maybe it's just because it's an Eau de Toilette concentration, but it felt lighter, more pronounced off the skin, where I find this to be more close to the skin. And I get more of the white chocolate. And this, I get more of the patchouli and the orris, whereas in the Eau de Toilette, I got more of the white chocolate, sandalwood, aldehydes, things along those lines. Which, don't get me wrong, that fragrance still had a lot of patchouli and orris in it as well. But this is Coromandel, or Coromandel. I don't even get started on that crap. A very, very nice fragrance. Very nice. I know a lot of people say that this does not last long, and I completely disagree with them. Those are the same people who say they can't smell Baccarat Rouge after 10 hours. You know, this is a great fragrance. It does sit closer to the skin, even though if you get a little bit of heat on your skin, this stuff will project like crazy. It absolutely just, if everyone around you will smell you, trust me. But when you just go to smell it like this, or like a crazy person, like if you're into fragrances and you just like smelling your hands and wrist all day, and kind of, doing the little, make sure you smell good. It's not to see if you smell bad, but to see, making sure that you can still smell good. Don't worry. Have a haircut lined up. I know it's kind of getting, a lot rough, honestly. Kind of hate letting myself go this long, but with work and everything else, I've really kind of been unable to. But hopefully I'll get on a haircut routine once again. And it's not this fragrance, but it is this fragrance. The Coromandel name, the Chanel name. I was in high school, and I was talking to a girl in college, believe it or not. At the time, I was much skinnier than I am now. I actually got in a car wreck, and me and some of my friends who are in the medical field have talked, and we believe that when I was in a car wreck, it messed up the chemical imbalance in my brain or something like that, or the such extreme stress and anxiety that I felt caused something to change, and I began gaining weight after that. But before, I never had any issues. I could eat almost anything I wanted, and I wouldn't gain weight, so on and so forth. But but nonetheless, I was skinny at the time. I kept up my hair a lot better, and I was working, and I met this girl, and she was Italian. And it was one of those things. I was a high school boy at the time. I was 16 turning 17, talking to a 21-year-old Italian girl from Italy. And believe it or not, the way I met her was that her card wouldn't work. her card wouldn't work. So, being the gentleman I am, I paid for the thing that she was trying to buy. Man, I don't know what's... I do not have a filter on right now, I promise. It kind of looked like it. My camera's adjusting. But I paid for the thing that she was trying to buy, and me and her kind of started talking. I got her Snapchat, and we never really done anything. It was more of just... I think I was really into her and she wasn't that much into me. So she was just kind of tolerating me, I guess. But still at the time I was, for the month that I talked to her, I was ecstatic. Went over to her dorm a couple of times. Like I said, we never did anything. Sexual at all. It really wasn't a sexual relationship. I had no sexual intentions toward her. I was just kind of, head over heels, a young guy talking to a foreign girl, a beautiful foreign girl, learning things about a foreign country and different people that I'd never even thought of before. Not that I didn't think of Italians, obviously, but that just the true way, not, in the movies and stuff, but learn about it. And I was absolutely obsessed, and I was just struck and taken away. But I'll never forget. I wore this over to her dorm one time, and it was on a fall day, not a cold day. It's miserable outside right now. It's like 30 degrees and all gray and ugly looking. Got down to like 20 something last night, but it was a nice fall day. A nice pair of boots or a nice pair of sneakers with some jeans and a t-shirt and a hoodie, and be comfortable. And we went to her apartment and we laid down. We're both laying there together, and the TV was off going in the background. I think she had fallen asleep or something, and I could smell myself. I was self-conscious because I didn't want her to think it was overpowering or anything like that. But I remember the sun was coming in through the blinds, and I was smelling myself, and really the perfume, the Coromandel was the mood, but everything else added to it. It wasn't that. It was everything else, and then Coromandel. It was Coromandel that was making the emotions. It was Coromandel that was making it a scent memory and something special in my life. And I remember she laid there and slept, and I laid there as well, just kind of looking outside. You could see the trees and the grass and everything, and it really just kind of took me. And I thought to myself, this isn't going to work out. She has to go back to Italy in December, and it's like, October going on November. So I emotionally started preparing myself to disengage from pursuing her, and I never talked to her again. I think we ended up unadding each other or blocking each other, and I don't think she ever came back to the United States. So I hope that wasn't because of me, but it's just something that I was really I guess you could call it starstruck by this girl, and really. It was Coromandel that made the moment. It was smelling the white chocolate, smelling the orris, the patchouli, the aldehydes, smelling the butteriness laying there next to someone who was beautiful. Being with someone, and I am in love with my girlfriend, but laying there and just in the moment, in happiness. Almost like how, you see things in the movies, but they aren't like that in real life. And that's what Coromandel is to me. Things that are in the movies that are the same in real life, if you can pick up what I mean. We see so many things happening in movies, people falling in love, making it through this, making it through that. But in reality, it really doesn't work that way, or at least not most of the time. But to me, that's what Coromandel is. It is beauty. It is beauty. It's beauty. It's special. It's the moment. It is starstruck. It is awestruck. It is an all-star. It's a good song. But more so than anything, it's special. It's important. It's a valuable perfume. It's a valuable moment in my life that I had, to understand what it means to move on, to go forward, to experience a beautiful moment with a beautiful person, with a kind person, with someone who is extremely kind, and that will teach you valuable things, but to let go just as easily as you held on, and to move and to progress and into other ways of beauty. I'm not talking, other women, but, really just in beautiful moments in your life, because what's the old cheesy saying that people keep in their bathrooms? Life is not a matter of milestones, but of moments. And to me, that is really what this perfume is. It's not about milestones, because really this isn't the best-selling Chanel. This isn't the best-smelling Chanel. This isn't the most popular, the strongest, the longest-lasting. It isn't about those milestones that other Chanel perfumes have made, but it's about the moment this perfume creates for me. It's about every time I smell it, I briefly am taken back to the time, 5 years ago, to where I smelled this and I enjoyed it. And just for a split second, I'm there in that moment, but I'm also here, moving on with my life, having other beautiful moments, other experiences, changing always, but the moments are still there, and creating new moments as well with this fragrance. I'm sure that, even though that I'm smelling this right now, there's probably someone in the future, someone that will watch this, and they will smell Chanel. They'll smell Coromandel, and they'll remember me talking about it, and that might be their scent memory for them. But to me, this is one of the most powerful scent memories I've ever had, or probably ever will have, with a fragrance. So hope everyone has a great day. Hope everyone enjoyed story time with me.